Our next speaker for the day, to please join us on stage, he goes by the name Dr. Anand Lakshman. He is the founder and CEO of AddressHealth Solutions India Private Limited, which provides comprehensive school health services across India with experience working with WHO, the Micronutrient Initiative, and the World Bank. Dr. Lakshman's initiatives focus on improving school health checks, infirmary services, health education, and mental wellness programs in urban schools. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Am I loud and clear? Yeah. Last weekend I was at a conference in Delhi and they gave me 6 minutes to complete my presentation. I stole 30 seconds. Today I was asked, Anand told me, give me 10 minutes. So I was wondering what will I do for 2.5 minutes more. So this part is where I'm just thinking what will I fit into the next 2.5 minutes. But try to add a few things so that we can talk a little bit more, but best is to, this screen is gone off. Yeah, so that's part of the plan. It's taking a minute away of my time by taking these infirmaries, annual health checkup to more than 2 lakh children, and mental well-being programs which we call risk reduction. It's going on and off. Yeah, okay. I hope it stays, huh? Okay, so today my topic is going to focus on putting health into education and education into health. Health and education are the pillars of any developed society. They are most intertwined in schools where children's values, beliefs and practices are shaped for future living. Unless we provide children with opportunity to get the knowledge and practice healthy behaviors which will shape their future living, we will be missing out on an entire generation's opportunity to be able to influence that for the future. And therefore, I request all of you to look at being the cutting edge of both these sectors, health and education, which impact the future. So what is currently done on health and education? Usually, some of the basic hygiene issues are covered. There is some awareness about health issues that is generated, sometimes in the form of some talks. Usually I won't blame my specialist doctor friends, but they tend to go on and on about their specialty. So a cardiologist will come and talk for miles and miles about some heart issues, putting the fear of God into people. But we are trying to think about what else can we do. And there is something on biology, physiology, reproduction, these things are definitely covered. But what about, there are so many behavioral things that we want to address. Also, we want to make sure that children are prepared for new age health issues. Hypertension, for example, mental health issues, addiction. So these are some of the challenges that we want to prepare children for, and how do we address behavior. And again, as I was mentioned, what do the health professionals, doctors, what are they doing to engage and educate their parents? Usually we are doing expensive procedures with very little for prevention, and we don't have any time to explain after for patient care, right? So the photograph I put up there, ladies and gentlemen, if you expect that children will go through schooling and then grow up to become adults and then senior citizens, and you expect that a doctor will sit in hospital and talk to them about how to shape their behavior, it's not happening. No doctor is going to spend time doing it. We are all busy cutting up people. So what we want to do is we need to engage with these children on healthy behaviors for the future. So what is health education? Health education is constructed communication opportunities to improve health literacy, because there are many aspects on which basic literacy like emotional literacy, vocabulary of expression is not there. Improving knowledge, because knowledge is the fundamental bedrock, knowing about various health issues, but importantly also developing skills for better health. So if you want to influence this, get children the chance to build the skills for better health. For example, a teenager is offered a cigarette by a friend. Does he have the skill to say no? Does he know how exactly he can not piss off his friend and still say no? That's a skill that needs to be developed. But the knowledge also has to be developed that there are so many cancers that could come from being, and the habit is formed in teenage or in early college life. So this is what the fundamental basis for education, for health education is. At AddressHealth, we have been looking at the various theoretical models that exist which can influence health behavior, like a health belief model, which focuses on the perceived threat. So it looks at, do people perceive threat, and they perceive threat only when they feel susceptible and they feel if they can get it. And they will take action only if they feel that there is a huge threat and there is a huge cost. So there is health belief model. Similarly, there is something called the stages of change model, which says people go through various levels of change to get to a behavior and to maintain it. And then people have to be taken through those changes. And then there is steps to behavior change, which says all people are not at the same level. Some are at the level of knowledge, but some are at the level of intention to practice. And we should cater our messaging to the based on the level at which people are to receive these messages. So we looked at all these models, and then we looked at all of these things and how we can influence these behaviors, and we came up with a health education curriculum. So the health education curriculum at AddressHealth is based on workbooks from class 1 to 10. These workbooks are made for each grade, age-appropriate learning, age-appropriate way of teaching is incorporated into those 10 books. And then there are 16 and 12 chapters for each of these workbooks. These are based on the NCERT and CBSE health education guidelines, the Ayushman Bharat School Health and Wellness Ambassador themes, and these can be incorporated into the school's book list and system curriculum. What is special about what we do in health education is that doctors and dentists and psychologists take classes once a month. Every section, every classroom we go and take a class once a month, and every theme that we take, every chapter we take has a behavior change objective and a learning objective. And we have, at the end of the class, there's a classroom activity, there's a take-home worksheet for parents where we tell parents that what is it that you have to reinforce at home. Because school alone is not sufficient to build the health behavior. The parent has to partner with the child to reinforce the message that we are giving. So there is a take-home message for the parent that is sent through this, and there is digital content which child can explore in the form of videos or additional gamified quiz. So this kind of content is what we are implementing. Now, for pre-primary classes, we came up with a unique concept called HEART, Health Education Through 3 minutes. I'll take about 2 minutes 15 seconds. Health Education Through Art. So Health Education Through Art is pre-primary sections. We are focused on interesting art activities, which has activity books, stickers, cutouts and such materials, where children are subliminally learning about health by just doing fun art activities. So for pre-primary classes, there are just 16 and 12 activities. These are done by the teachers themselves are doing it, and we are training the teachers to implement these art activities. But by doing these art activities along at home with parents or in school, the pre-primary children are learning about these things. Learning about health, learning subliminally that these are the healthy behaviors, whether it's healthy practices, sanitation, sanitary habit, playing with friends, safety, all these issues. And there is a doctor session for parents once a year, which we clarify doubts on parenting, nutrition, such things. So, this is the 1 minute that I wanted to add extra to the presentation, and that is, recently I am very happy to announce to all of you that UNESCO asked AddressHealth to write the health activity workbooks for the entire country. And so, Ministry of Education, we are writing grade 1 to 5 as the first installment, and in 10 languages we are producing the health activity workbooks, which are going to be implemented first across CBSE schools. Then it's going to be taken to the state education boards. So we are coming up in 10 languages. We are coming up with this curriculum for next academic year. So in summary, and respecting the time that you gave me, we always summarize what we learn in a health education class, and we put it out there for parents, for children to reflect back upon. So I would like to summarize that health and education are very closely intertwined, and we have to focus on behaviors and skills, not knowledge alone. It is behavior and skill based on a bedrock of knowledge that can make a foundation for health. And we at AddressHealth teach health education integrated into the curriculum, where health professionals will come to school and take these classes as per the time that you allot us. And finally, Mao Zedong said a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Of course, here I measured it will be somewhere around 125 steps. You go this way and reach our stall and you can come and visit us and I'll tell you more. Thank you very much for your time.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Anand Lakshman, founder and CEO of AddressHealth Solutions India Private Limited. I would now request Mr. Anil Sharma to kindly felicitate him. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Dr. Anand Lakshman.